Groundbreaking. Alexandra Eala secures $75 million Red Bull deal. Gives back to underprivileged kids. The Manila skyline glowed gold as the sun set over the bay, and somewhere high above the city, inside the sleek glass conference room of Red Bull Philippines, history was about to be made. Cameras clicked. Executives whispered. A nation held its breath. And then, click, the sound of a pen signing paper. Alexandra Eala, 20 years old, smiled softly as she set down her pen. Across the long mahogany table, the CEO of Red Bull Asia Pacific extended his hand, eyes gleaming with pride and disbelief. "Welcome to the family, Alex," he said. The deal? A record-shattering $75 million global partnership, making Eala not only one of the highest-paid athletes in the Asia-Pacific region, but also the youngest ambassador to front Red Bull's new Unstoppable Energy campaign, a global initiative that merges sports, sustainability, and social empowerment. But as the applause filled the room, Alex wasn't thinking about money or fame. She was thinking about the faces of the children she'd seen months before, barefoot, hopeful, and chasing tennis balls made of crumpled tape in the flood-washed streets of Cavite. Because in true Alexandra Eala fashion, this wasn't just about her. It was about them. The rise of a champion. Alexandra Eala's journey had always defied the odds. Born in Manila, raised by a family who believed in both discipline and dreams, she was swinging rackets before she could tie her shoes. At 13, she moved to Spain to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy, a decision that tore her away from home but paved the path for greatness. She grew up not just learning tennis, but learning resilience. Every loss became a lesson. Every injury, a prayer whispered through tears. By 18, she had captured multiple junior Grand Slam titles. By 19, she broke into the top 50 of the WTA rankings. But more than that, Alex had become something bigger, a symbol for a nation hungry for representation, for proof that Filipino athletes could stand shoulder to shoulder with the world's elite. "Every time I play," she said in one interview, "I carry more than my racket. I carry the stories of home." The Red Bull connection. The story of how Red Bull came into the picture began not in a boardroom, but on a humid night in Wuhan, China. Alex had just clinched a stunning upset against a top 10 player at the 2025 Wuhan Open, a victory that sent shockwaves across the tennis world. The match was electric. Sweat, screams, grit, and grace. When she collapsed to her knees after match point, the Red Bull logo flashed on a courtside LED banner behind her. A photographer captured that moment. The Filipino prodigy, drenched in sweat, looking skyward as if in prayer, framed perfectly by the glowing Red Bull wings. That image went viral overnight. Within 24 hours, Red Bull's global marketing head in Vienna sent an email to his Asian division. "Find her. This girl is our brand." Weeks later, they did. What followed were months of meetings, strategy calls, and proposals. Red Bull's pitch wasn't just about endorsement. It was about partnership. They saw in Alex a rare blend of athletic fire and human depth, the kind that could ignite both courts and communities. The historic deal. The official signing took place in September 2025 at the Red Bull Global Headquarters in Austria. The deal's numbers made headlines. $75 million over 6 years, including equity in Red Bull's Southeast Asia Ventures, a dedicated fund for youth sports development in the Philippines, a sustainable energy campaign across Asia, inspired by Alex's environmental advocacy, and most notably, a pledge from Alex to donate 10% of her total endorsement earnings to educational and sports initiatives for underprivileged children. That meant an immediate 200 million Cuban pesos going to build 15 new sport academies and free public tennis courts across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. At the press conference, the world expected her to boast. Instead, Alex delivered a 20-word statement that silenced the room. Dreams are not born from luxury. They are born from love, from struggle, and from never giving up on hope. The quote spread like wildfire. In less than a day, it became the most shared post in the Philippines, trending under #WingsForHope, a vision beyond victory. While the headline celebrated the money, Alex focused on the mission. She founded the Eala Rising Foundation, a nonprofit supported by Red Bull and other partners like Nike, BPI, and the Philippine Sports Commission. Its goal was simple yet revolutionary: to give every Filipino child a chance to play, to dream, and to rise. Within months, the foundation launched its first major project, Project Wings, a grassroots tennis and education program in typhoon-prone areas. The first center was built in Tacloban, a city once devastated by Typhoon Haiyan. When Alex arrived for the groundbreaking ceremony, she was greeted by hundreds of children waving rackets and handmade signs that read, "Salamat, 8 Alex." A young girl, no older than 8, approached her and asked shyly, "8, do you think I could be like you someday?" Alex knelt down, smiled, and said, "You already are. You just need to believe it." The people's champion. The beauty of Alex's story is that she never forgot her roots. Even as luxury brands lined up for her signature, Rolex, Louis Vuitton, Tag Heuer, she still returned home every December, training barefoot with kids on public courts and eating street fish balls with her family. The impact across the world. Alex's Red Bull deal redefined what it meant to be a modern athlete. She became a symbol of empowerment, inspiring not only Filipinos, but also young athletes across Asia. In Tokyo, billboards read, "Energy has a new name, Eala." In New York, ESPN dubbed her the rising sun of Southeast Asia. In Paris, the French Tennis Federation named her the Ambassador of Change. She appeared on Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People list, standing proudly among global icons like Greta Thunberg and Naomi Osaka. But through all of it, Alex remained grounded. When asked how she stays humble amid fame, she said simply, "Because I know what it's like to have nothing but faith." A glimpse of the future. As 2026 approached, Alex's calendar filled with tournaments, charity events, and speaking engagements. Yet she made sure to spend time in her homeland, often visiting the courts her foundation built. One quiet evening in Cebu, she sat by the edge of a new tennis center, watching the sunset turn the sea gold. Children laughed in the background, hitting balls, missing some, hitting others perfectly. Her coach sat beside her and asked, "Do you ever get tired?" She smiled, watching kids. "Never," she said, "because every time one of them picks up a racket, I feel like I'm winning all over again." Legacy in motion. The $75 million Red Bull deal was more than a number. It was a declaration that talent, heart, and purpose can coexist, that a girl from Manila could rise to global stardom without losing her soul, that dreams, when shared, can lift entire communities. In many ways, Alexandra Eala didn't just secure a contract. She secured hope, and as the Red Bull slogan goes, it gives you wings. For thousands of Filipino children now holding rackets, chasing dreams across makeshift courts, those wings are real, because Alexandra Eala made them believe they could fly too. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.